On July 16, 1945, a blinding flash lit up the sky over New Mexico, visible for miles. Its shockwave still reverberates around the world today.
From this observation tower, scientists watch the result of their years of work. Miles into the air rises the giant shape of the now historic explosion.
The Trinity test, the fruit of a top-secret Manhattan project, was the world's first nuclear blast, but it would not be the last. Less than a month later, the U.S. would drop a smaller atomic bomb on Japan.
One bomb exploding 1,500 feet above the target, leaving no crater. 500,000 people lived in Hiroshima, a town the size of Sheffield. Here and there, an isolated structure reminds the onlooker that here was once a city.
140,000 people died at Hiroshima, vaporized or burned alive, or later dying from the effects of radiation. 3 days later, the bombings of Nagasaki killed 70,000 more. The attacks at the end of World War II marked the start of an 80-year arms race that still shapes global security today.
The houses actually burn before the following blast brings disintegration.
Early nuclear weapons were essentially carefully timed mechanical devices, like world-ending mousetraps. After the Manhattan Project, the real challenge wasn't the science but the fuel. After all, the Manhattan Project built the Trinity bomb in wooden shacks in the desert, and it didn't take long for others to follow, in the race for ever deadlier weapons of mass destruction.
A brilliance of 500 suns lights hundreds of miles of the Pacific, and the force of 1,000,000 tons of TNT is released. 15 seconds later, the light is still unbearable. Observers may well squint, for they may have witnessed a prelude to world destruction.
8 countries officially have nuclear weapons: the US, Russia, the UK, France, China, India, Pakistan, and most recently, North Korea. Israel is believed to have them, but has never officially confirmed it. China, which has long threatened to take Taiwan by force, tested its first nuclear bomb in the 1960s, pushing Taiwan to attempt developing its own bomb in the early 1970s. But the effort was ultimately halted under international pressure.
Meanwhile, the world asks, if this is the pinnacle of man's creative genius, then surely world peace is not beyond his reach.
80 years since the Trinity test, Taiwan is holding air raid drills as part of its annual Hangguang exercises. In the event of an attack, civilians are expected to take cover in shelters across the country. But against modern thermonuclear weapons, those shelters would offer little protection. If a bomb like the Trinity device were detonated over Taipei, it could level much of the city and kill nearly 200,000 people. By comparison, if one of China's Dongfeng 4 missiles hit the same spot, it could kill over 3 million. And if it were Russia's Tsar Bomba, the most powerful weapon ever detonated, the death toll could reach 6 million.
In seconds, the fireball erupts into a geyser that towers 25 miles into the stratosphere, spreading into a 100-mile-wide mushroom cloud.
Treaties and arms controls have helped reduce the threat of nuclear war, but we are by no means in the clear.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Агрессию против России со стороны любого неядерного государства, но с участием или при поддержке ядерного государства предлагается рассматривать как их совместное нападение на Российскую Федерацию. Также четко фиксируются условия перехода России к применению ядерного оружия.
Since the start of 2025, there have been multiple conflicts involving nuclear-armed states and their allies. Fighting broke out between Pakistan and India. Russia's invasion of Ukraine is ongoing, and the U.S. has carried out bombing missions in Yemen and Iran, and Israel continues its war in Gaza. And with China stepping up preparations to invade Taiwan, another could be on the horizon. As humanity continues to balance on the tightrope it first stepped onto 80 years ago, it's unlikely we felt the last aftershocks of the Trinity test. John Su and Bryn for TaiwanPlus.